Welcome back, everybody. So in this video I'm going to show you one of the most useful products that I bought last year, and I'm going to start doing this every once in a while and just tell you about some of the products that I really like and thought were really helpful or useful during the previous hunting season. And that is the ThruNite TH30 headlamp. I use this literally every single time I went hunting, whether it was in the morning or the evening. If it was bow hunting, I'd use it going in and out of the woods. I'd use the low lumen setting, the very low light setting, going in and out of the woods. And if we were waterfowl hunting, I'd use this setting decoys and what have you. I've used it a ton, and I've got this totally drenched. I've stepped on it. I've done, all my equipment during a hunting season gets absolutely put to the test, and that's why I'm going to tell you about this. This light is without a doubt one of the best headlamps I've ever used, the brightest headlamps I've ever used, and I couldn't be any happier with it. So I've got another one of these in the mail, and we're going to do an unboxing, and we're actually going to put it through a little bit of a test. I'm going to take it outside, throw it around, run it over with my truck, and shoot it with a shotgun, and see if it'll continue to operate through all that torture. So let me tell you a little bit about it and unbox this. Okay, so here's the box it comes in. I ordered this right off Amazon, so you can order it right from ThruNite as well and get 5% off. So I'll put a link in the description to both ThruNite's website and Amazon, so you guys can get the best price. I'm not really sure if Amazon's offering a better price or not. I'll put the Amazon price on there right now for you. Okay, so as soon as you open it up, you get please screw down the light head and tail cap tightly before use. So it's packed very well, and in the box it comes in. Whoop. There goes the USB port. So here's your charging cable. It's just a typical USB charging cable. I'm sure you already have a bunch of these laying around at the house. They're pretty universal. We'll go ahead and take that off. Take this rubber band off. Okay, and they said to make sure this is tightly screwed down, so we're going to screw that down. What else comes in the box here? So it looks like you get, in the box, you get a couple extra O-rings, and you get a USB charging port cover in case this one were to come off. But if you look at the one that I've been using for the last year, it's still on there nice and tightly, so didn't come off within the last year of use. What else comes in here? Looks like you get a clip. If you're gonna put it on your hat or something, you can take this light right out of this mount on the head strap and use it however else you want, whether it be on your belt or on a hat. Looks like they give you an extra rubber mount for the head mount. And then you get your user's manual and another little thank you card. So let's take a look at the battery in here. We'll unscrew the back. And it comes with 3100 mAh battery, or an IMR 18650. And obviously this is rechargeable. You just leave it right in there, and your charging port is right here. Right there. And then there's an indication light on here as to whether or not your battery is charging or when it's fully charged. So it comes charged. So the light itself actually has multiple different settings. It has, well, we'll just go through them. So you hold the light down. For your first one is Firefly, and that's 0.5 lumens, which is the dimmest. Hold it down, and then you go to the next setting, which is low, which is 25 lumens. And then there's the third setting, which is medium, 352 lumens. And then you have high and then turbo. Turbo is 3,350 lumens, which is extremely bright. I'll take this outside tonight and show you how bright that actually is. And then there's your SOS. Then off. It's impact resistant up to 1.5 meters and waterproof down to 2 meters. So the runtime on this obviously varies. If you're going to be in turbo mode, it's only going to run for about 2 minutes in turbo mode, which isn't very long. But at that point, you're running 3,350 lumens, which is incredibly bright, and that reaches up to 155 meters, which I'll show you later tonight. So if you're in a medium range, which is 352 lumens, your runtime is 5 hours. And you know, it doesn't just, when it does run out, it doesn't just die. Your light will get a little dimmer, and that'll take you down to the next level, the lower level. So you're not just going to run out of light out of nowhere. You're going to realize that it's running out of battery on you. I've had that happen to me last year setting decoys a few times, but it's not like a total disaster, like it just runs out of light on you. You continue to have light, it just gets dimmer. But without further ado, let's take this out and beat it up a little bit and see if it withstands the trauma we're going to do to it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is take this light right out of this. Well, I guess we'll just leave it right on the head strap when we run it over. So obviously the light works right now. So let's go ahead and stick it under the tire here and run it over and see if it continues to work. I'm going to set a GoPro up right by it so we got a good view of it here. I'm going to run it over a few different times. And this is a really hard bottom rocky ground right here too, so let's go ahead and run it over. Okay, we're gonna see if it survived it. And look at that. The light is still... We got some stones crushed into it back here, and looks like some of the metal is... Overall, it held up pretty good. Let's see if it... Yep. Turns on and off. Now we're just going to go ahead and just launch it a few times, and we'll turn the light on. We're just going to toss it around a little bit for a while and see how it does. Light's still on. We're really gonna let her fly this time. Well, the light is still working. We cracked the lens a little bit, but that doesn't stop the light from working. What that will do is make it not waterproof anymore. So far it's continuing to withstand the trauma, we're going to go ahead and launch her across the ground here. Still works. Okay, now we're gonna take the shotgun and we're gonna shoot it. We got a 12 gauge shotgun here. We're gonna take and shoot it with some birdshot at about 15 yards and see how it withstands that. Okay, so what we're gonna do is just hang the light is in working order right now. What we're gonna do is just hang this right off here. Just like that. And we're gonna shoot it and see how it withstands that. We're gonna go ahead and shoot it with a 12 gauge 2 3/4 inch birdshot load. This is 6 shot to be exact. We're just gonna walk back here a few yards and let her rip. I'll turn this GoPro on. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and shoot it. Well, something tells me it's not gonna fare too good with that. I was shooting a extra full choke right there at about 10 yards. My GoPro went flying too. GoPro's uninjured, everybody. Okay, let's see how we did here. Well, this thing certainly took a beating. But the amazing thing is, the mount's obviously ruined for the most part there. Let's take the... That is one durable light. Look at those BBs hit it right on the cap there. It might not work because those BBs just thumped that. Okay, I got the camera set up so you can see the damage to it a little easier. See where all those BBs hit this side of it. Some of them hit right there. But overall, I'm really impressed at how well this held up. You can see there's a bunch of BBs that hit right on this end cap. Obviously the head strap is totally ruined, but now for the moment of truth. Who thinks it's gonna turn on? I'm gonna say it's not gonna, because of all this trauma right here to the end cap that attaches to the battery. But who knows? Let's give it a try. Here we go. Unbelievable. It still works. I'll tell you what, that is one durable stinking headlamp. Ran it over with the truck a bunch of different times, chucked it all over the rock driveway, cracked the lens, and shot it with a shotgun at about 10 steps, and it still works. Highly recommended, everybody. I was glad I bought one last year, and I'm sure you'll be glad if you buy one too. The only headlight that, one of the very few headlamps that can withstand a shotgun blast at about 10 steps. Here it is, everybody, the ThruNite TH30. I'm going to show you how bright this ThruNite headlamp really is here, so we'll turn it on and I'll walk through all the settings with you. There's SOS is the last setting. There's the first one, second one, third one. Okay, here's 3,500 lumens. Show you. I mean, that's extremely bright. Just to give you an idea over here how bright that really is. That's it with nothing. And that shows you how far it goes. The headlamp is pretty amazing. It can withstand a shotgun blast at about 10 feet, getting run over by a truck, and getting tossed around the yard just to suffer a broke lens. Still going strong. That's going to do it on this little video, the review of the ThruNite TH30 headlamp. I hope everybody enjoyed it. It was kind of fun to do. It's kind of disheartening breaking the lens of it, but if you consider all the trauma I put it through, the lens breaking is just pretty abysmal compared to what could have happened. I mean, the light still works fine. I'll still be able to use it. My head strap obviously is broke, but I can use the clip and clip it to my hat or whatnot. But anyways, I just wanted to show you how truly durable this light is. I mean, literally it was throwing it off the hard rock surface of my driveway, ran it over with my truck, and shot the darn thing with a shotgun at 10 steps. I mean, if that don't prove it's a durable headlamp, I don't know what would. If I was going to recommend any headlamps to anybody to use throughout the hunting season that hunts as hard as I do, the ThruNite TH30 would be my choice. I'll tell you one of the negatives with it is obviously if you have it on a turbo mode where you're running at 3,500 lumens, it's not going to last very long. It's going to last you 1 or 2 minutes, and the flashlight or the headlamp itself is going to get pretty hot. I noticed that just today when I was using it. When you picked it up, it got pretty hot, but it continued to work. And if that's one of the only negatives, I'll tell you what, there's a whole lot more positives than negatives when it comes to that headlamp. And any other, very few headlamps could you throw all over the yard, run over with your truck, and shoot at 10 steps with a shotgun and have them still be able to operate. So that tells you something in itself. I really want to thank all the patrons of the channel. You guys are the reason I continue to make these videos. I really appreciate it, and I'm going to have lots more coming soon. Thanks, everybody. Have a good day.